Gentlemen, what's going on? Make sure Gizmo's here. Oh, there he is. All right, guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, man. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on too long tonight, guys. Man, so tonight, I flaked on a girl who's about a 9 in looks. And I'm going to tell you why I flaked on her. You guys saw, I posted on my community tab so you could see the exchange of messages. And already I had a couple of guys going, "Oh, look simpy. Don't never apologize," and this and that. And I had to respond, obviously, respectfully. I said, "No, you don't understand the context of what happened and how I met this girl and just all of the craziness that she went through in order to make time to see me tonight." She completely rescheduled her day. Gizmo, hey, sit down. God, my dog's distracting me. But she completely rescheduled her day and completely rescheduled all of her plans the entire week to make time to see me tonight. And I was looking forward to seeing her. I couldn't wait to see her. I was feeling it. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. There were some problems, but I'm going to explain tonight why I flaked on her. This chick who's a 9, who it was pretty tough. She was a tough target, but I worked some pretty hardcore game on her, and she wasn't interested in me at first. And yeah, and I didn't think she was going to go out with me, and she actually started to like me and all this stuff, and haven't really done anything more than FaceTime her, aside from when I first met her, which was pretty recent. I met her like in the last like week, something like that. So getting a hot girl out on a Friday night especially a girl who's a 9 in looks, is not easy. Okay, it's not easy. So yeah, sometimes the game works out well, guys. Sometimes the game works out well. You just believe in the process. You do what I tell you. I mean, I follow the same steps I teach you in my programs, right? 7 Months to Mastery. I just did the same thing. Is it going to work all the time? No. But you know what? Your closing ratio is going to be very high. You're going to get a lot of chicks who are wanting to go out with you and wanting to see you and will chase you around. And that is what happened here. And yeah, sometimes the game works a little too well, right? It works a little too well. So yeah, and also you never know, because these chicks can always flake last minute. But yeah, I was feeling by midweek that this chick wasn't going to flake, and especially today because she was messaging me like crazy. And yeah, so the reason why I flaked on her, so it kind of worked out because I usually make the plans, right? So when we're about to go out, I make the plans, and right now there's a pandemic going on, so it's not so easy to make plans right now, because a lot of places, especially here in California, just opened up. So we're at 25% capacity, which means if you don't have a reservation for anywhere, you can't get in. You'll basically be standing outside. So yeah, and so she was like, "Oh, let's go." I mean, really, the only places to go sit right now are in restaurants, on patios. And so I'm like, "Yeah, that should be fine. We should just go there and get some drinks." And she was like, "No, I want to get food. I haven't eaten all day." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, we could get food because I haven't eaten either, right?" And then I'm like, "Okay, so why don't you find a restaurant, send me some choices?" That's a mistake I made. Never do that. You should always take control. But I'm so busy, right? It's hard to keep up and do everything these days. It's not like, when you just have a job and you can go home and not, forget about work. I mean, these days I'm pretty busy. So even getting a date with like a 9, it's like, yeah, I'm excited about it. But at the same time, I need to make it convenient for my schedule. So it has to work with my schedule, even though she's a hot girl, and I put some game into her. It has to work out for me. So she goes and finds a restaurant, and the first restaurant she sends me, I look at it and I'm like, "Dude, really? Really?" I'm like, "I'm not eating caviar on a first date. That's insane." And she was she was like looking at some other items. I mean, I was looking at some other items on the menu, and it was like they had like escargot snails, right? I'm like, okay, I'm a pretty simple guy. And the funny thing was, I told her, she goes, I said, hey, if you pick a restaurant, just FYI, let's be easy about it, American or Mexican, because that's pretty much what I eat, right? American or Mexican. And instead, she's just, yeah, we weren't connecting there. So she was like, oh, okay, I'll send you another choice. Sends me another choice, and I look at the menu, right? I'm like, dude, octopus, duck breast. I'm like, I don't eat this stuff. I'm like, I don't eat this stuff, right? I am just a normal guy, right? I mean, I grew up blue collar. Even though I have money now, I could afford to eat in these places every night if I wanted to. It's just not really my taste, not my style. I'm just your typical dude, right? I'm just your typical blue collar type dude. Grew up in a blue collar family. I'm your typical hamburger and French fries type of guy, right? Um, so yeah. Then she sent me another choice, and I was just like, okay, uh, we're not connecting here, right? We're not connecting here because one of the big things you do when you're dating somebody is you eat together, right? And I think I've mentioned this in previous coaching videos. It's two things you need to share in common when you're seeing somebody or when you're about to start dating somebody. These are two very important things that are very, very obvious that people don't pay attention to. So the first thing is food. You have to share the same food taste with each other. Okay. You have to share the same interest in food, right? And secondly, the second thing that you have to share in common with the girl is um, you have to have the same sense of humor. Okay, those are the two things that you have to share in common. And if you don't share those things in common, it's not going to work. Okay, it's just not going to work. So, um, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. If you guys like duck or if you guys like octopus, that's great. I mean, that's fine. You know, to each his own. But that's not really my. That's not really my on my top list of things to eat. Yeah, I mean, I didn't grow up eating that stuff. There's no way we would have been able to afford that, regardless. But so yeah, initially I sent her a message. It's the same one I shared on my community tab. I'm like, you're gonna kill me, but I'm not gonna make it tonight because I wanted time to think about it. Okay, I wanted time to think about it. I actually fired off another message just about like 15 minutes ago that I haven't uploaded yet. But the message is me basically saying I don't think we're gonna work out. I don't think this is gonna work out, and I was said good luck to you. That's something that you would never see a guy do. Okay, you would never see a guy just let go of a nine. He would try to sit there, talk about simping. Some guys like, oh, message looks like simping. I'm like, no, dude. What a simp would do is a simp would sit there and go to that dinner, or try to assimilate to her values and what she likes versus sticking with his own. Okay. So that is technically what a simp would do. And so, yeah, I just fired off a message. I just said, oh, I don't think it's going to work. Good luck to you. And then she said, what did I do? What happened? Why? And I just said, I don't think we share the same tastes in things and values. And obviously I've talked to her on the phone and we did FaceTime too. And there's just, yeah, I was even feeling it then. I'm like, yeah, this is probably not going to work out too well. So I just cut her off. Why? Because I'm in abundance. Why? Because I could easily approach somebody else. Why? Because I have tons of girls in my dating rotation. It's not a problem. Matter of fact, I even have a date going tomorrow night. So yeah, let's see if I can show you this. Yeah, see? I don't even know if you can see that, but yeah, trying to hide her name. But yeah, it's like blurring. But anyway, have a date tomorrow night. And she's like, hey, are you leaving town after all? I was able to get a reservation. Another girl says she has to get the reservation. And I let her do it too, right? I'm just too busy. So I tell these girls, like, if we're going to go on a date, I'm like, can you find a place, make the reservation? And I always tell them, to be safe, choose an American or a Mexican restaurant, because those are my two favorites, right? And that's pretty much what anybody could eat. Not everybody out there is going to want octopus. How many of you guys eat octopus? Let me know. Do you guys eat octopus? Do you eat shark? Shark was on the menu too. You eat shark? Sorry, I don't eat that stuff, man. I'm just, I don't eat that. I don't F with that stuff. But anyway, let's see. Okay, so this chick is smart. She did choose a Mexican restaurant. Man, now I can't show you the address because I'm going to be there tomorrow. But okay, she says it's a Mexican restaurant in my area. Here's the address. You said you like Mexican. See, this girl's already working out better. You said you like Mexican, so I went with that. It's more of a modern restaurant. I never eaten at this place before, but it looks good. Perfect. This is the type of chick I like, guys, and this is my date for tomorrow. So this girl is not as hot as the chick I flaked on tonight. I'll be honest with you. This chick's about an 8.5, maybe 8.4. She's above an 8. Okay, she's a Latina girl and really pretty face. So yeah, so I'm gonna go out with her tomorrow night. So but this is what I'm talking about. This is what you want to see in the people you date, right? You want to see that, oh, okay, they listen to you and they're able to follow directions and they're able to follow orders. It's not shocking anyway because this chick's Latina, so of course you can eat Latin food. Where the other girl was shoot, what was she? Well, she was Caucasian, but I forgot what denomination. But yeah. So those are the two things that need to line up if you're going to start dating somebody. Is you have to share the same. You have to eat the same stuff, right? Because you're going to be going to dinner a whole lot. You're going to be eating together a whole lot, right? As a couple, even casually dating, you're going to be eating together all the time, right? And when I eat, I mean, it's kind of like a break. I like to enjoy my food. I want to eat what I want to eat, right? And if we don't share the same type of food taste, that's just not going to work. And I don't want to be sitting there feeling bad that she has to eat what I eat all the time, right? It's just not going to work. And then second, obviously, you have to share the same sense of humor, which I wasn't sure she was sharing with me because I made a couple of wisecracks that she was like a little taken back by. It was about Women's Day, right? I always kind of make cracks about Women's Day or something that would upset a feminist to see how they react, to kind of like pull their to kind of just peer into what their values are politically and see if we align on that. And yeah, we weren't aligning. So yeah, it's unfortunate, man. But hey, welcome to the game, right? And the point of this coaching video is not to brag, like, ooh, I flaked on a 9 or anything like that. But it's to give you guys a lesson that, hey, it's okay. It's okay. You could let these girls go. It's okay. There's always another, right? You could find somebody else. There's always another. Okay. It's like there's always another bus. It's okay. You can let these girls go. You can let these girls go. It's okay. There's another one. You don't have to compromise what you like and who you are to try to appease somebody else. Okay. You don't just be like, it's not going to work. Right. And like I said, I fired off one message to her. I didn't think she was going to reply because I figured she'd hate me by now, like as much as she went through to see me. And she was, she also said, I don't typically date guys like you. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, right? Am I not good enough for you? But she's like, I don't typically date guys like you, but you're really interesting and I want to see you. And I was like, oh, cool. And yeah, and also too, I mean, I know if there's like no chance for any kind of pull or anything like that either, because I did try to get her to show up at the W Hotel. If you guys been to W in Hollywood, man, this place is nice. It's got like a lounge bar. There's couches. There's like outdoor seating. It's like the perfect environment to get physical, escalate, and all this. And they serve food there. And I was like, why don't we just go to the W? They serve food there. They serve food late, right? And they serve like tacos, hamburgers, perfect. And it's a great atmosphere. But she was like, I don't want to go to the W with you this soon. So she knew that, okay, she knew what I was up to. I mean, it's a hot girl. She knows guys are trying to get in her pants. So she was like, not going to the hotel with you, not going to the W. So I'm like, okay, well, this isn't really going to work. Our values just don't align, and you don't know until you approach the person, right? You don't know until you start talking to the person. This is why you want to start talking to as many girls as possible. You really want to build up your pipeline, because when you build up your pipeline too, it won't hurt when you let go of these chicks. Like, it doesn't really bother me to flake on her. It doesn't really bother me to let her go and to find a guy who will more fit her values, right? Because she's not getting any younger, obviously, right? And I don't want to waste her time. So, I mean, I could just, just kind of like use and abuse if I wanted to, but I try not to be evil. I try to use pickup for good, right? I try to use pickup for good and to stay in abundance. But there's always another girl. Like I said, got a different date tomorrow night, ready to go, ready to go. And this girl is obviously much smarter because she chose a Mexican restaurant, exactly the instructions I give these chicks. And it's a good litmus test for them too, when you tell them like, hey, just to be safe, these are the two types of foods I like. Try to find some options within that range, right? Because it's not like you're being selfish, but you're giving her some options that you like. You're taking the lead. You're letting her know, like, this is what I like. I'm the man here, right? But if she goes off and does her own thing, it's usually kind of a red flag. She's not going to be listening to you as much, and a little too much feminist brainwashing, a little too much, a little too much of that nonsense. So yeah, flaked on a 9 and pretty much ended it with a 9, right? Good looking girl, tall, thin, exactly what I like. And would have been nice, but you know what? There's just more, right? I have so many girls in my pipeline right now. It's insane. Not even kidding when I say that. I mean, yeah, if I open my WhatsApp, there's like hundreds, right, in my pipeline that I can go to. So letting go of 1-9, it doesn't really bother me so much. I mean, for guys in scarcity, guys who don't do game, guys who don't go out, guys who don't do pickup, oh, this would kill them. This would kill them. They would, no way. They would just backwards rationalize to themselves. They'd be like, oh yeah, I could eat octopus. I'll show up at this date and all this. And they would go do it. Whereas I have better things to do. There's just I don't even want to say better women out there than her, but just women that would more align with my own personal values. So it's about your own personal values. So you guys are mentioning in the comments, I think, like, oh, you eat, duck, nothing wrong with duck breast. I'm like, okay, if that's what you eat, that's cool, no problem, right? But she would probably work out better with you than me, right? I'm just, again, I mean, I didn't grow up in that type of atmosphere. We grow up pretty poor. I've mentioned that before. Doing well for myself now, but I can't change who I am. That's who I am. And I like girls who are like me because we get along better. I take a lot of road trips. You guys, I go to Vegas a lot. So, I like to take the girl with me where our values align, because we spend a lot of time together. I just don't have time to, for anything less than that right now. It's about being in that abundance mindset. But very rarely will you see a guy just drop a 9 like that, right? I'm the one who ended it. And I wanted this chick. I was like really gaming hard to get her out. And then finally, once I started to realize, that, okay, shit, maybe our values aren't aligning at all. I was like, I gotta make an executive decision, just cut her off, easy come, easy go. There'll be another bus coming along, right? And I already have another date for tomorrow night. And I actually have one for Saturday night, tomorrow night. And then I have one for Sunday night as well. Yeah, and then I went on a date just Thursday night. Man, it's been a busy week. And then Wednesday was my girl's birthday. So Wednesday was my girl's birthday. Then went on a date Thursday, yesterday. And then tonight, I was supposed to go on the date with a 9, flaked. And then tomorrow I got the date with a Latina chick. And then Sunday, I'm going out with this other girl that lives like 45 minutes away, but she's going to come here, which is good, right? You always want the girl to try to come to you, or as much as possible, try to get her invest. But anyway, yeah, that's my story. That's why I flaked on this chick, man. When's your birthday? My birthday is in September, my man. When's yours? All right, let me read some comments, guys, because I'm not going to stay on long. Trenton Dragon, do you play football anymore? No, not not like I used to. But what I want to do is I want to get a house with like a large backyard, and I'm gonna build like kind of like a mini stadium there where I could throw the ball still. I do miss playing. I do miss playing. I feel like I could still go out there and play ball. To be honest with you. Uh, why didn't you smash, bruh? Yeah, I mean it's just okay. So let's see. Why? I can't read it. Dihydro testosterone. Why didn't you smash, bro? Yeah, it just wasn't worth it to me. It wasn't worth because even to do that, right? I have to spend time with the girl. I have to see her. I have to sit there with her. I mean, we just don't really have any values that align. So, I mean, yeah, it just wouldn't be that enjoyable for me. Again, if I was in scarcity, I would jump at that chance. If I didn't date as many women as I have and I continue to date, I would totally jump on that. But hey, when you got it, you got it. But yeah, I did. I was pretty prepared, man. Breakfast of champions. It's pretty prepared. Yeah, still good, still good. But it's okay. Tomorrow, there's tomorrow. So yeah. Okay, Matt, I need your help. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I apologize if the live stream gets cut off if my battery dies for any reason, fellas. B&B Entertainment, Matt, do you want to have a family one day? I'm 28, I'm married and panicking a little, bro. Why are you panicking? Why? It's so easy to get married. It's easy, believe me. For guys, getting married is easy. Even this girl I flaked on tonight, the 9, if I wanted to, I could have just gone along with the plans, just assimilated to her values, and then probably within the month after marry me, and she probably would say yes. It's so easy, guys. It's not hard at all. And then boom, I have a wife who's a 9. But do our values align? No. Is she somebody I would enjoy spending time with? I don't know. Probably not, right? Because we don't even share the same sense of humor. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you don't need to post a question, gazillion times. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get married, 28 for a man you're fine. You could get married. You have plenty of time, dude. Don't worry. You're 28 years old, plenty of time. If you put a challenge to me, like starting right now, to go find a wife, I mean, literally, actually, I could just like pick up my phone. I have so many girls in my phone that I've cold approached, that I'm dating, that I've went out with. If I sent out a mass email and was like, "Hey, who wants to settle down? Who wants to get married?" Probably at least half of them would message back and be like, where do you want to do it? Let's go. Let's do this. Right. I'm telling you, getting married, it's not hard. Finding the right person is hard. Finding the right girl and being selective and filtering. Right. But that's the point of this live stream that I wanted to share with you tonight was, since I flaked on the girl, I mean, I could be out on a date with a 9 right now, but here I am live streaming. Right. Why am I doing that? Because it doesn't bother me. Right. I mean, there's more value in me talking about the story and why I flaked on her and why you need to stay in abundance and why you shouldn't settle versus me forcing myself to go on a date with her that I'm not really going to enjoy. Plus, it's raining out there. It's cold as shit. I'm not going to really enjoy her company. And no way do I want to kiss somebody after they've eaten octopus. Paul RS, maybe she was trying to impress you or get you to spend money. Like she is so fine. Yeah, I mean she could have, but even then, like she could have picked a different restaurant that I feel like, okay, I could eat at this place. Yeah, I literally saw nothing on the menu that I would even touch. Right. I mean, even when I go to Vegas, I usually go to really nice, like upscale steak restaurants because I like steak, right? I like steak. But even on those menus, there's something for everybody. So you can never go wrong. But if you pick an exclusive like type of restaurant where the food is very like, obviously they had like gourmet chefs there and all that. And it's just not my type. It's just not my taste. Right? I mean, I like nice restaurants. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, our tastes are just like, yeah. Not to mention, I mean, just her sense of humor because we FaceTime for about an hour earlier in the week, and she wanted to see me earlier in the week, and that I was like, I was just too busy with work, and I said, why don't you hop on a FaceTime with me for a couple of minutes? Turned out to be an hour, and I was really trying to feel her out. I never thought I'd flake on this chick. I was like, oh, she's too fine. I'm not gonna flake on her. I flaked on her, and she's pissed right now. I know she's pissed. I mean, because she's a 9, right? She's a 9. She's probably like, nobody does this to me. Nobody. You know, this is why she probably kept pushing for these restaurants too, because she felt she could get away with it because so many betas, so many wusses just go, okay, that's fine. You know, as long as I could see you. But I was like, nah, that's not really for me. What is acceptable age for a 32-year-old guy to date? Anything above 18 is good. 18 to about 25. Don't date chicks over 25 if you're still 32. Rain, Matt, give her the slap a hoe treatment. Uh, Dominic Arcadia, almost at 200K subs. Yes, we're almost at 200K subs on the 33 Secrets, which is insane. And we will be there soon enough, right? YouTube's not promoting me as much anymore, so it's not moving as fast as before, but it's still going. They can't stop it, right? Either way, guys, it's these coaching videos are going to be up forever, long after both myself and all of you are gone. The coaching videos are going to stick and hopefully help many, many, many future generations of men because the nature of females will never change. The game will never change. Pickup will never change. I've said this 1,000 times, right? And this is why I create a lot of my programs the way I do, because they're designed to be timeless. Like no matter what happens in society, you can take these lessons and they will still work hundreds, even thousands of years in the future because human psychology and female nature just will never change. Okay. Unless God himself comes down and rewires everybody. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Oh, super chats. Let me get to the super chats, man. Okay, RHJ with a 4.99 super chat. What to do? What do you do when? What do you says when you approach and she says no? Okay, let me get to these in a sec, guys, because I really want to finish up on this topic first. But what I'll answer this just because I looked at it. So RHJ, when you approach a girl and she says no, that's going to be very common. Most of the girls you approach out there are going to be yes girls, maybe girls, or no girls. Okay, that's just a fact. Actually, the girl I flaked on tonight wasn't a no girl, but she was a maybe girl. She was like, I'm not sure about this guy, but there's something interesting about you. So I just worked a massive game on her until I got her to the hook point where she became a buyer, right? And she was basically chasing me all week to try to get me out on a date. She was like, oh my God, I want to know so much more about you. And who are you? Where did you come from? And all this other stuff. And so, yeah, she wasn't talking like that a week ago. A week ago, she was like, I'm not sure. Don't get your hopes up. Like, yeah, I won't get my hopes up. Now here I am flaking on you. But yeah, when she says no, you just have to calibrate and you have to work harder. You know, you have to work, you have to calibrate and you have to obviously go back to square one. So if the girl's rejecting you for any reason, you have to just go back a few steps back into attraction building, right? Because there's 5 steps to a basic approach that I teach you guys about, you know that. And you have to go back to the attraction step, start nagging her, teasing her, and getting her to qualify herself to you. King Dingling, I like potatoes and raw meat with some onions. Yeah. I mean, I could have even done that, but there was nothing like that on that menu. I was just, just flabbergasted. Rip Curl 69, squid. I don't even think they had squid. But either way, I mean, I'm allergic to seafood, so I don't eat seafood, right? I'm allergic to seafood. And I think I might have neglected to tell her that. I usually tell every single girl I meet that oh, I'm allergic to seafood, by the way. I don't eat it. And I don't eat chicken anymore. I used to. I don't anymore because we had chickens growing up as kids. And now it's kind of weird to me. I have like a phobia about it. Uh, Burned Schneider, octopus is a simple dish and very yummy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just not really my taste, and I'm using that as more of an extreme example. But yeah, I don't eat seafood at all. And BMV Fit, support the animals. Yeah, I used to be a vegetarian actually. Used to be a vegetarian, so started eating meat back around like 2010 because I was losing muscle mass. So and now I don't even work out much. I literally work out twice a week, guys. Believe it or not, twice a week I work out. But most of this was from when I played football. So I was actually much heavier when I played football. I was probably about 25, 30 pounds heavier when I played ball. And now I've slimmed down just because I didn't like having all that weight on me. You'll notice a lot of professional athletes once they stop playing, they slim down. Some get fat, but most of them slim down because you don't need all that muscle and weight on you anymore. Yeah, the pump is pimp PPT calamari, but that's it. They didn't even have calamari. They had just like these crazy exotic cuisine type dishes, and yeah. So what about shark? Yeah, they had shark. Who eats shark? I'm like, okay, I don't. I mean, I'm the type of guy to go through McDonald's. You know, what I mean, I'm like, I don't eat shark, man. Casey Pickle Cooper. I think she doesn't like me. Tell me his neck isn't small. Yeah, it's kind of small. So yeah, but then again, it's also the angle. But yeah, I don't. I like my neck. That's the way God made me. So again, another personal attack because she doesn't have any real argument. It's sad. It's sad. Why do women always do like these personal attacks? They turn into like little children and little kids. But yeah. And if you don't like me, why are you even on the live stream? Sad. But yeah, when I played ball, my neck was actually much bigger and kind of almost like, yeah, I didn't like it like that. But Casey Picklecopter, you should look in the mirror because I guarantee there's a lot of things wrong with what you see in the mirror that you're ignoring. So you should look in the mirror before you judge. That's the way God made me. But of course, because you don't like the content, because it's triggering you, because I talk about damaged women over 30, which is all true, and because you're over 30 and you're still single, that's why you don't have a date tonight. That's why you have no man to go home to. You don't even have any friends who want to hang out with you. That's why you're here on my live stream hating. But keep hating. I'm living rent free in your head, and yeah, I hope you get over your anger. Yeah, these people they're just like really full of anger. A lot of anger, a lot of hostility. I hope you get over that. Man, Casey Picklecopter is obsessed with my neck. That's okay, because I got something down below that ain't small at all, baby. XRP, the one with the 499 super chat, out on my own tonight at the Tostados in San Jose, California. Should I be hitting on girls or should I just be enjoying my time alone? If you see a girl that you're attracted to, go for it, right? If you see a chick that looks cute to you and you feel like there's a connection there, go for it. But if you don't, then don't, right? That's the way I roll. I don't pick up every hot girl I see, just the ones where I feel like, oh shoot, there's kind of like a connection here between us that I want to explore a little bit more. Okay. Casey Picklecopter is really, really angry at me. So yeah, unfortunately, she's really, really upset. But we'll just go ahead and report her to YouTube for harassment and bullying. The funny thing is, like, these people they're always like these SJWs that think that they need to like, they need to run these campaigns to stop bullying when they're the ones who do it. But yeah, she looks pretty angry. Looks like she hasn't had a man in a while. She's got cobwebs in her vagina, and obviously it's probably a fake profile. But yeah, these chicks, all they could do is do personal attacks because they can't argue the facts, right? They can't argue the facts. Damaged goods, over 30, still single, and you know what, baby? When you got nines and tens chasing you around that you're flaking on, I think doing just fine, right? I think this small neck of mine is pulling just fine. All these nines and tens, which you are not. You're damaged goods and also bitter. So yeah, I really feel bad for the single mom that raised her. This is why I'm against single moms, guys. This is what you get when you're raised by a single mother. Okay, report Casey. There we go. Reported to YouTube, as many people probably do. All right, let's keep going. Man, I am just living rent free in this chick's head. Wow, that's funny. Okay, yeah. Hey, Casey, watch my latest video on narcissists. There you go, explaining you. All right. She's got cobwebs in her vagina, guys. What next? Tarantulas? Exactly, Master Flex. What next? Tarantulas? Like, literally. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that on the menu. But yeah, I mean that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Snails, yeah. Kenneth D. Lowe. Snails, exactly. Fuck that, yeah. See, BMV fit, bruh. Snails, I'm out. Thank you, thank you. Hey, even if the girl's a 9, would you make out with her after she ate snails? Sorry, dudes, I can't. I mean, maybe if I was in scarcity and I haven't seen a chick in months, and I just got out of prison or something. But no, I'm in abundance. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm just not into that. I'm just not into that. I need to make somebody a moderator here, by the way. So you guys message below or hit me up on IG and let me know if you want to be a moderator. You have to have a real account though. You can't like message me from like a bogus account, obviously, right? Because I can't give you access to moderating comments if you're one of these losers like what's her name over here? And it's always a chick too. It's always a chick. It's sad. And then they wonder why no men stick around. They wonder why they can't hang on to a man. They wonder why they're still single, over 30, and they just get more and more bitter. This is why I tell you guys to go for girls under 30. They're still young, still hot. Yeah, where's Gizmo's over there. Okay, let me see if I got any more I'm missing here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, let me go back to the comments here. I don't know if I have any more super chats. Yeah, I can see it on my phone. It's harder to look for on this thing. Hey, Ali Zada, work out that neck, bro. Yeah, I would if I wasn't running this successful business, okay? And I didn't have employees around the world and I had all day to fart around like you guys. But now, yeah, see, now you can go with your girlfriend there. So see. All right. Yeah, because all we do is we just end up reporting you, and then you get blocked. So then you lose access to a successful guy.